Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to come and say hi. It's been a few weeks, like easily 2, I think, since I made a video. I've been fasting. It's like halfway into Ramadan now, but my Ramadan is like has not been normal. So I don't know if I mentioned it on the channel. Maybe I did, but my body clock feels like it's on American time, which is very weird. And so I'm like, I think I've done like 2 or 3 of the fasts where like I've opened it on time. And all the rest has been like 10 p.m. or after. So like my fasting days have been like way longer, which is like not really a problem, but not really how you're not really following the schedule of the month. And I'm used to fasting like longer than the daily hours at the current time anyway, which is like no big deal, but it is weird. I'm not gonna lie. And I just want that to be over, because that's definitely spell work or something. That's definitely like infiltration of other people's energy on a mass scale, because that's just not normal. It ain't normal. It's been like that for months, like a few months, since last year, to the end of last year. My body clock's been on American time. So that's just like ridiculous now. I don't know why the fuck that is, but like I think it's protection from God as well. So people don't infiltrate your dreams and stuff like that, because like people do fucked up shit like that with spell work. But it is ridiculous. And like when I do sleep, like I get decent sleep, so it's like it's fine. It's just the times of the day is just odd. It's like being on shift work. But like I'm not a shift worker. Like I write poetry and stuff and like create any time of day really, but it's just odd that my body clock is in sync with the American time zone. That is just bizarre. Yeah, so anyway, I hope that dies down eventually. I did just record a reading, but the microphone wasn't on, so it was silent. And so I can't tell you what it was. They can't tell. We can't share the reading because obviously it wasn't supposed to be shared. So that was annoying. But you know, this is what it is. And yeah, it's weird how that happens. So yeah, it's literally be quiet about that, Hannah. Don't tell anyone. But I haven't been doing readings on here because my biggest fans is literally Nutty Pedo, Foreign Agent Orange of Flatulence, 3-letter organisations that are so-called intelligent, those kinds of shit. And I don't really want any readings to be used to influence world events, if you get what I'm saying. Because those kinds of Satanist people, that's what they do. They twist energy and stuff and like reframe it to put it on them. That's not how you're supposed to do. But people do that with readings, so I'm just very conscious of that, and I'm conscious that I am heavily watched. You know, that they're like my biggest fans, bro. So it's just is what it is, isn't it? So yeah, so that's why I've not really been posting, because you can't really control what comes out. And it just showed as well that because the microphone didn't work, that I'm not supposed to do any readings. I'm not supposed to share the readings. I have had 2 songs that have stalked me though for maybe a day and a half. So it's not really enough time that they've been a pest for me to like want to come on and read on them. But I just trust that if I'm supposed to, then that will happen in time. But yeah, I just wanted to say hi because there's been a few new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. And yeah, thanks for being here. And thanks OGs for being here too. I hope you're enjoying the spring sunshine. And that's all really. That's all. That's all I wanted to say. Check out my other readings, they're all timeless. Union energies are heavy right now. So if any of my readings have helped you come into union with your counterpart, then let me know. And all the ways to support my creative projects. Because although I do read tarot, for me, it's a tool. It's not all that I do. I mean, I read when I'm called to. At the moment, I'm clearly being banned by God from sharing readings. But there's already like loads of readings on my channel. There's a playlist for them. But check out my music, check out my poetry and poetry art and little nuggets of wisdom that I post here and there. And please consider donating to my GoFundMes for all my creative projects that I have up. There is actually more than that. Ryan, I don't really know what to do to get my fundraisers off the ground. And I don't know if it's because I'm doxxed or what. People have been seeing, if you've been following my channel and you see my posts, you'll see that actually my income is being siphoned. So I don't actually earn anything from anything. I've never earned anything at all, ever, from anything I've posted on YouTube. So watch this space about the battle with that. But anyway, the GoFundMes are there for anyone who feels called. There's also Patreon. The lowest tier is like a £5 for a matcha latte. So it's not mandatory or anything, it's not obligatory, but it's appreciated if anyone wants to contribute on a monthly basis that way. There's loads of historical stuff I've posted on there, but there's not very many members over there, so I haven't really posted anything new for a bit. And I was going to do group stuff on there, but then I found out that you have to do it through Discord, which is like controlled by, you guessed it, shitrail, military, intelligence tech. They're just like in everything. I don't get it. Why? Why are they monitoring group chats? It's like weird. It's weird. Anyway, so I don't really feel comfortable doing, like, if I do get enough people eventually for a poetry workshop, I don't feel comfortable doing it on there. I'm just going to do them in person, and it's nice to meet people in person anyway. And then like do it as part of a tour if I ever get any income to go on tour. I don't know, you gotta laugh at these things, but it's just ridiculous. Like, I just don't know how anyone's expected to live indefinitely without any income. I think they just thought I would have been dead by now, and that all their fake paperwork they would have just gotten away with stealing everything, and because it all looks legit. So yeah, it's just very weird. There really does need to be new legislation for based off what's happened to me, like off the back of what's happened to me. It's like nuts, really, really nuts. and is really scary. And I'm sure there's been a lot more people that have actually, fallen victim to these processes, but just probably, unalive themselves, and didn't have the coping mechanisms. It's a lot to deal with. And just didn't have the resilience, didn't have the coping mechanisms, or the the strength, the inner strength, or the faith, or I don't know what to say, but just because I've just had to solve what was going on myself. It's there's not really help or anything. You get treated like a problem for asking for help. So it's all very weird. So I can just see and I'm not saying there wasn't times when I did get swept up in all of that, because it's hard not to, but it's I can just imagine how many people just couldn't get themselves out of that and unalive themselves, or just got to the stage where they were made homeless. Because I'm not addicted to anything really. I'm just not one of those people that gets attached to things. I'm attached to things like my own goals and my own ambitions. That's what I'm attached to, following my own path and building my own life. That's the thing that I'm attached to. And that's what they try to get away from, get in the way of, which is just weird. But I'm not I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything. I'm not I've happily sacrificed socializing. Well, not happily, but I've sacrificed socializing and lived in isolation and stuff. And isolation is hard. But I was already quite introverted and stuff before. I'm not saying I'm not extroverted, but I'm one of those people that charges by myself. I don't get charged by other people, because most people are drains. Most people are battery drainers, socially. That it's very rare that you come across people that charge you up socially, in my opinion, which is sad. But I don't mean to be a bitch and stuff, but for me, that's my life experience, and that's my honest experience. So for me, I'm used to charging up and stuff. And even I've got quite a lot of brothers and sisters, but even having loads of brothers and sisters, I've just always been used to entertaining myself, even from a kid, and I've done that all my life. And even as an athlete and stuff, even as part of a running club where there's lots of the structure and groups and all of that, yeah, I did join in with them, but it was not all that wasn't the main structure of my training. Most of my training I did by myself. Confirmation. So I'm just used to long miles alone and things like that. I used to go hiking and stuff on my own. I used to go on 3-hour bike rides on my own, which I've not had the bottle to do since having chronic fatigue, but I'm desperate to go to the hills. But you just don't want to be that person that mountain rescue have to come and get, man. Because I've had that happen before in races, but that's it's not the same thing, because I wasn't irresponsible in those races. It's just shit happened. But it's when you've lived alone so long, it's I don't even know if I went on say when you go on a hike, if you want to climb. So I wanted to go to the Peak District, which is the nearest, I don't know if they have to call them mountains, hill range, where I live. That would be a 3-4 hour walk. But it's just when you've lived on your own for so long, how do you know you're going to have 4 hours worth of conversation with someone? That's the sort of thing. So it's like, well, yeah, I don't know. But I do miss that. There's nothing really like it. Nothing like fell running, fell racing. Nothing. The banter on fell races is the best banter in the world. I would challenge anyone to disprove my hypothesis. Anyway, I'm just getting silly now, but I just wanted to come on here and say hi because I made a video, but the message was blocked. So, I just thought, yeah, say hi instead. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Reminder that, like, all the ways to help the channel out are in the about section. There's Patreon. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. There's Patreon. See you in the next video. I don't know when that'll be. I don't know when that'll be. Bye, people.